Hello, 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 and welcome to a live conversation with Dwayne Wiggins. I am Dwayne Wiggins, the founding director of D Wiggins Productions, and tonight I am so excited to have with me three or four other cast members from the hit stage play Home. Our final stage play coming from D Wiggins Productions that will hit the stage very, very soon. But without further ado, I want to get them in so that we can begin this conversation. Again, thank you so much to all that is joining us live on tonight. We really do appreciate all of you for your time and for watching with us and supporting us over the years. Over the last summer, this last summer, D Wiggins Productions, we celebrated our 15th anniversary, and we are really, really excited to be presenting this final play to you on April 30th and May 1st at the Venice Island Theater in Manayunk. We are really, really excited about that. Thank you so much to all of you who are watching on YouTube and Facebook. Please make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do appreciate your love and support. But first, I want to get started with bringing on the cast. Tonight, we have four additional cast members. If you joined us last week, you saw part of the cast last week. But for the next 3 Tuesdays, tonight and next 2 Tuesdays, rather, we're going to be bringing in cast members to talk about home, what home means to us, and just to give you a little bit more background about this final show. So without further ado, let's bring on my first guest who is joining us tonight. I'm really, really excited about this individual because she's been with me for some time now. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, her first acting debut was with me in one of my plays. So I'm really, really excited to have Erica Smack joining us tonight. Erica, welcome to the live conversation.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So Erica, tell me, am I saying that correctly? Your first actual play was with me, right?
Yes, yes.
So have you always had a love for theater, or talk to me a little bit about that?
I've always wanted to do theater, but I've never had the opportunity to do so. And when I met you, it's been on ever since.
That's awesome. What has been your favorite play that you've done so far?
Behind closed doors.
Yeah, you really did an amazing job in that. So I'm so happy to have you here in the final play and also here as a part of the live conversation tonight. Next, I would like to bring on Keith McLeod. Keith has been with D Wiggins Productions for a while now. I remember meeting him and his acting ability. He is a phenomenal actor. Keith, welcome to a live conversation tonight. I'm grateful to have you.
Hello, I'm glad to be here. Glad
All
to be
right,
here.
Keith. So talk to me about your background and your theater background, your acting. Talk to me about it.
Well, actually, prior to coming to D. Wiggins Productions, I was fresh off of graduating from John Casablanca, majoring in commercial acting. And my first play with you was Manhood.
Wow.
So I did do some television, some short films prior to, but once I introduced to you, I was taken to a whole nother level.
That's Thank you, Keith. I appreciate that. So I want to talk to you both for a while because you both have worked with me for a while. Then I'm going to introduce the next two individuals that we have with us. What will you say has been your greatest experience? Keith, I'll start with you. What will you say has been your greatest experience while being a part of D Wiggins Productions?
You are very professional. Even when times get tough, both in front of the camera and behind the stage, you start on time. No typos in the script, and that is because I've been a part of a lot of other productions. And when I'm always comparing you to other people.
Mhm.
Oh, well, no, Dwayne wouldn't do that. No, he wouldn't say that. No, this script is kind of whack. So I definitely can say your professionalism and everybody that you bring on board, you definitely take them to a whole nother level. And I'm no exception to that. So I
Oh,
definitely
thank you.
appreciate that experience.
Thank you. One of the things that you said that is absolutely true for you guys that are attending the play, I want to say to you, Keith said that we start on time. I want to
No
keep saying
CB
that to
time.
all of you. Listen, let me tell you, if you are coming to D Wiggins Productions play for the very first time, I promise you, you better not be a minute late because
Nope.
you'll miss a lot. in the first minute. We start on time in the 15 years that we've been producing plays in theater. We've never started a show on time, and I'm so grateful that that has been our I guess a part of our legacy is that, you know, for me, theater should always be an experience. So I try to really make sure that when individuals come, that they experience, you know, you come in, you're greeted, we're starting on time, the seats are great, the music is great, the story is great, I have great actors, you know, so I'm really grateful for that. So Keith, thanks for sharing that, because everybody, please make sure you're on time. Erica, go to you. What would you say has been your greatest experience?
Just working with you is one of my greatest experiences. I just love the way you push and you challenge us each and every rehearsal, and it's just every cast that I've been with you. It's always a loving place.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm glad, and that's about me. That's just who I am. It has to feel like home. It has to feel like home, you know. So I'm really, really excited, you know, that every time when people come and they say things like, "Oh, thank you so much for coming to be a part," or I feel like I'm with someone when I'm here. I'm like, because it feels like home, and I'm a family guy, so I always make sure that things feel like that is feels like home when you come and be a part of D Wiggins production.
Yeah.
So thank you both so for that. I want to bring in two individuals who are new to D Wiggins Productions, but they have fell right into the family. The first person I want to bring in is Lee Anthony. Lee Anthony, welcome to a live conversation. How are you tonight?
I am doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. So, Lee Anthony, let's talk a little bit. You came into our final audition that we had. You nailed it. I absolutely love what you're doing with your character, which we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But how has your experience been in the short time that you've been with D Wiggins Productions? How has your experience been?
My experience has been lovely. You know, has welcomed me with open arms, and that's one thing that I look for as far as joining a production is just to feel that good vibe and getting to know people as they are developing characters within the production. So that's one thing I can honestly say I've held near and dear to me thus far.
I appreciate you, and I'm so grateful that you are a part because you are a phenomenal actor. And I can't wait for people to see you on stage. I can't wait for that. All right. The next person I want to bring in is a new guy that's with us. Andre, welcome to a live conversation. You've been with D Wiggins Productions a short time, but I want to say welcome to the family. How are you tonight?
I'm good, man. Thank you. Thank you.
That's good. So, in the short time that you've been a part of D Wiggins Productions, how would you say your experience has been?
I'm so excited about it because I'm actually able to see you guys, at practice, and it's like it's always different. So it's the feeling is just awesome.
That's great. That's great. So, Lee Anthony, I want to talk to you a little bit about your theater experience, your background. Share with the watchers, the viewers tonight about your experience in theater.
So I started in 2009. But if you ask my uncle who brought me in, Daryl Lee, he said I've been doing this ever since I was a kid. So so my very first stage production, which was the Classroom back in 2009, it gave me the outlet just to be creative as far as my personality, as far as being within the structure that is theater. So I've done that. I've been a stage actor for going on, I want to say 13 years now.
Wow.
So I'm no stranger to different productions and different people that I've worked with in order to build myself as a young actor.
Nice. I love that. I love that. Andre, talk to me a little bit about your experience and your background.
Well, I got an opportunity with I don't know if you're familiar with Armageddon Productions. That's Atif and Mike. They used to, they put on a couple plays and they gave me a shot. And now it's actually a series they brought it from the stage to screen actually, and now it's a series. I also work with Ina Farrow and the Germantown Ministry. She gave me an opportunity, and I felt the love there also. And now I'm feeling the love here. So I'm gonna just keep on being a vessel.
That's awesome. Well, listen, I am so glad that you are being a vessel, that you are a part of D. Wiggins Productions now and the family. So I want to
Thank you.
dive right in and I want to talk about, your character. Erica, let's go to you. Let's talk about your character and who you play. Let the audience know who you play and just tell them a little bit about your character.
Okay, my name is Melissa Cromwell West.
All right. So tell them about your character a little bit. Just okay. I'll do it like this. Give them 3 words to describe your character.
Loving, sincere, and outgoing.
And what is the interesting turn that happens with Melissa? What takes place with Melissa, and what makes her character so interesting?
Just the way she embraces change.
Mm. Can you relate to the character in any way? Like, have you ever, or do you know anyone? Like, have you been in a position where you've had to go through a major change or see anything? And how did that affect you? And how did it help you to prepare for for this particular role?
Um, I know actually, yes, I'm very near and dear to someone that was going through something similar to what's going on in the play, and I just channeled that energy and was able to bring it.
I love that. All right, Keith, what about you? Let's talk about your character. Let everybody know who you're playing in the play, and then tell them a little bit about your character, and give some background.
Well, I am playing Spencer West. Spencer West is the husband of Melissa Cromwell West. And his character is, he tries to come off as smooth, confident, but yet there's still something in the background that he doesn't you talked about change. He doesn't do too well with change.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
he tries to hold it up, but not doing so well.
Yeah, I think one of the things, and if you guys are watching again, thank you all so much for that are watching tonight. The cast, they're really doing their best not to talk about what
Right.
really happened. They're really doing their best to not talk about it. So I'm going to spill just a little bit of what's going to happen. There's a secret amongst this family that's going to come out. And one of the things that, all of our families, if we just be real, we all have some type of secrets or some type of something that we just don't want people to know. Well, in this particular instance, in this West family, you guys met the other half of the West family. So there's 2 separate West family, but they're all related. All right. So there's in this secrecy, it kind of brings a division within the family. And Lee Anthony, I want to go to you because I want you to talk about your character, and then talk about how you see the character being affected by this secret that's happening without giving it away.
So I play Ethan West, who is the son of Spencer and Melissa Cromwell West. So far, I can tell you that he is a very handsome young man who's who's
Are we talking about Ethan or are we talking about Lee Anthony? We're talking
both. I'm going
okay.
for
I just want to make it clear for everybody.
So so in this production, Ethan is somewhat of a understanding, but yet he doesn't want to feel betrayed by his family, basically. And based on this secret, it's something.
Yeah, I would agree. I would definitely say that it is something. It's something that we all can relate to or probably have seen in some instance. I don't care what the secret is. Anything that you try to hide within your family, I just know it to be true. Anything that you try to hide is very prone to coming out. People are going to see. People are going to know. They are going to find out. So those things that you try to hide the most are normally the things that people tend to find out. And especially nowadays on social media, like people are posting their whole lives. They're telling all their business. They're doing a lot of things. And so in this instance, this secret that someone never really thought that would be able to ever find out anything, everybody's going to find out about it when you least expect it. You know, Andre, I want to talk to you about what you've witnessed so far. If you had to sum up this play to tell people what it was about and to just talk about what you see from your perspective, because you kind of came in later, you came in at the tail end of it.
Yeah.
What do you see without giving anything away? What do you see that you can share that the audience should expect from seeing the show?
Your characters, I think everyone has one of your characters in their family. I think the family structure, is awesome. So
Okay, yeah. All right. Keith, can you expound on that just a little bit?
Well, like you said, when you come to this play, you're going to be able to identify with someone. Either you are that someone or you're connected to that someone. And soon as you see them either hit the stage, either by the way they dress, the way they act, their character, you're going to be able to identify like, oh, yeah, that's my aunt so-and-so, or yeah, that's my cousin so-and-so. And you're going to instantly be connected and drawn in and on the edge of your seat from the beginning until the end, trying to relate to every single character. Because just like, he said, everybody in this play is a representation of somebody that is in your house or in your family.
Very, very, very true. And most of them are in my family because I wrote it. But so so one of the things that's so important to me is that in developing this story, since this is a final, I've been talking about doing this story since 2017, and now it's finally coming to life. One of the things that I felt that was always important to me was to be as authentic as possible, as transparent as possible, to talk about things that most people don't normally talk about, hence it being home. And one of the things that I was telling people, if you're coming to this show to say like, oh my gosh, like this is so profound, or if you're coming to, I don't really know how to say it, but what I will guarantee you and promise you that you are going to come and you are going to have the best time of your life.
Absolutely.
I promise you that, because we had rehearsal last night and we have a part that is going to blow you away. This is going to blow you away when you see everybody. It's going to make you laugh. Either you're going to be laughing with them or at them, but the whole mission and goal is to make you laugh. And that's the whole point of this story. If there's flaws in it or whatever the case may be, if something don't make sense, I promise you it does. But if you may find something that you can't relate to or whatever the case may be, which I'm sure you will, the whole mission is for you to come and laugh. And then I promise you at the end, the ending, we're making the changes, I'm finishing up, doing some things, it is going to blow you away. You're going to feel like you're at a concert. That's what I will tell you. I will give you that. You're going to think you're at a concert by the end of this show. It's going to be awesome. So looking forward to that. Andre, we didn't get your character's name, and tell them without telling them, what your responsibility is in this play.
Play Dr. Jones, which is my mother's maiden name. That's her actual married name. Sorry.
Well, what a coincidence that you're perfect to be in this play. See
what I mean? A vessel, man. You're special. But yes, I play Dr. Jones, and I'm very important. I offer information. I give you information, but I offer hope.
That's right.
How about that?
That perfect. You
There you
you
go.
summed it up. You summed it up really good. You summed it up really good. I love that.
Because I see you guys every day at practice. It's like amazing. It's like, oh my goodness, the
So,
crowd is going to love this. And I always say, am I part of this? Oh my God. But
oh
the
my.
crowd will love it. They're going to love it.
Yeah, I want to talk about that, and I kind of touched on this a little bit, Andre. So
Yeah.
a little bit, but let's really dig a little deep to talk about this a little bit. Let's talk about the moment that you came onto the audition. We did the audition. I
Yeah.
liked what you did, and I was like, some way maybe we can make you an understudy. But then I was like, I have an idea. Let's put you in the show. So when you came into rehearsal, your very first rehearsal, what did you feel? Because I think you've only really been with us about a month.
Yeah.
Maybe
Brought up.
2 months.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about your experience from when you first came in. How did you feel? What was the sense? What was the energy? Talk to me about that.
Well, first I saw you guys on, we had to do the
Hmm.
Zoom. And you guys just had me cracking up. All right, that's number one. And then once I came to once I came to the rehearsals, I was kind of nervous, but then it was a nervous energy to where I felt like it was a family, like y'all was so put together. It was like a positive energy. I was saying, it's like, oh, wait, what's going on in here? Wait, but then we're in the church, so I'm like, oh well, God has me here for a purpose. So
Yeah.
I sat and you guys welcomed me. Oh, it was awesome. You guys welcomed me into the family, like I was there for like what, since September, I think. I'm not sure, but
Mhm.
it seemed like you guys just welcomed me there in.
Yeah.
So, and
That's
then
that's
watching you guys is awesome.
Yeah, it's so intentional to be able to come, and I want to make sure that everybody is aware and understand that one of the things that we were saying that Andre just said is that, yeah, we've been rehearsing at my church. We've been rehearsing in there, but I promise you that when you come, don't come expecting, I don't know. We say the D word. Okay. We say the D word.
Couple other words too.
Right, that we say that we go there,
Oh,
but I don't want people to come because I remember one time, and I shared this last week. I remember an individual, and I'm not harping on this, it's just what it is. It was a teachable moment for me. It was a learning process for me for when I first moved here. When I first moved here, I had a show called Beautiful Liar, my very first show, and my very first show here. And one of the things that someone said to me when the show was over, it was a phenomenal show. I was really proud of it. It was like my intro show to Philadelphia movie because I moved here in 2008. People came and we sold out. We turned people away. People were sitting on the floor in the aisles. At Erica, we were at Eastwick at the Meadows. The very first time, my very first play, and an individual said to me, she said, the play was good, it was great, but I'm never going to come to one of your shows again. And I was like, what? She was like, yeah, because you didn't do an altar call at the end of your show. And I thought to myself in that moment, do I get offended? Do I use it as a teachable moment for me, or do I take the advice and say, let me start doing altar calls? But that wasn't what I was called to do. Now, if somebody else does that and people do it, that works for them, fine. If people write Bible stories and put them on the stage, that's fine. Whatever you do. But I realized who my audience is, and she just was not an audience person. Like, she wasn't a person that needed to do my shows, because the truth of the matter, if she wanted an altar call, she can go to church on Sunday. But if she feels like she wants that at plays, she can go to plays that offer that. It's not. It wasn't an offense or anything, but I really had to think about that, because what I do realize that I want to be able to write to reach all people. But what I realize is that you just won't reach all people, and everybody's not going to agree with your stories. Everybody's not going to agree, with what you do and how you do it. And I'm okay with that, because that's the moment that I realize is that I have to make sure that I write for my audience. And that's what I do. So those who will be coming to see the show, I'm really grateful. If you haven't purchased your tickets, I haven't really promoted this, but I did say this last week. We are already sold out of the 2 o'clock show. We have two shows, the 2 o'clock show on April 30th and a 7 o'clock show. We are sold out at 2 o'clock show. But if you're watching this, guess what? You can win free tickets tonight. I'm going to post about how you can do that. I did take out a chunk of tickets. There are VIP tickets for the 2 o'clock show. We had Renea Jones, who won 2 free tickets last week. And we are giving away 2 free tickets tonight as well. Just when this live is over, if you go to my Facebook, give me about 30 minutes or so, and you will be able to win additional tickets as well. So we're giving away tonight. So I'm really, really excited about that. Thank you guys so much. So much. Anika said, that's why I love you too, Anika. Thank you. Anika, I have to give a special shout out to Anika because she has been coming to the show since the very beginning, since I moved here. And she's been so faithful, and I'm so happy that she's coming to this show. Again, you can purchase your tickets for Saturday, April 30th. We do have tickets available for the 7 o'clock show and Sunday, May 1st, the 4 o'clock show. We are sold out at the 2 o'clock show. We actually sold out maybe a month ago, but I've been so busy with doing so many things. I really just haven't had a time to post and make an announcement about it. Also, if you're watching us tonight, you can go to dwigginsproductions.com. That is our website. As soon as you open up the website, the ticket thing is there, or you can enter the website. And also make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please make sure you do that as well. Okay, so let's continue with the show. So as far where we are now, let's talk about Erica. I want to go to you. Let's talk about what is your favorite part of the show thus far.
The favorite part of the show for me is when 2 of the families come together.
Oh,
the first time.
Yeah.
Well, so you want to take mine, right?
Keith, that's your favorite part as well?
Yeah.
That is that honestly for me,
let out of the bag.
Yeah, that really changes the dynamics. I think so. One of the things that I will say to everyone, if you're watching, as I said, we start on time, and from the very beginning, I promise, if you are 5 minutes late, you will miss one of the most important parts of the story. We come right out the gate,
right,
with a bombshell. So if you are 5 minutes late, you will miss a big chunk of the story. Do you guys agree?
Yes. That's another one of my favorites parts.
So be early.
Beginning.
Yeah. So make sure doors open 30 minutes before the actual time. We do start on time, but you will absolutely miss one of the most important parts of the story if you are 5 minutes late. So I encourage you to make sure that you're early. There is a huge parking lot. You do have to pay for parking. That's the unfortunate thing. But there is a huge parking lot. If you go to the ticket website, all the parking information is there. You can actually download an app and pay for your parking that way, so you don't have to keep running back and out to your car. But the parking is really inexpensive, but there is a huge parking lot, so there is parking. And the Venice Island Theater is gorgeous. I actually had one of my plays there before. So make sure that you're on time and get your tickets, okay? Keith, let's go to you. What's one of your favorite parts of this play thus far?
When the cat is let out of the bag.
Yeah.
The total transition and energy actually increases and goes to a whole nother level. My other side of the family is, you don't want to miss them. They are characters. Every one of my family members that's on the other side of the tracks is a character. From the first moment they hit the stage, you are glued to every one of them. You're laughing, you're intrigued as to what is it, why is it, and so that's one of my greatest moments of, and I'm right smack in the middle of all of it. So they kind of treat me like a little ping pong, smacking me around,
Right.
And some of you may actually think I deserve it. I do not, but
Well,
Some the audience probably
There
will beg to
definitely
differ. Some will be with
is.
you, some will not. But
Some will. Probably many of you probably will not. You won't have any sympathy for me.
yeah, Lee Anthony, let's come. I want to come to you. What so far will you say is one of your favorite parts of the storyline?
I think my favorite part would be actually confronting the situation head
Okay,
on, because of how he feels in that moment, and it builds up as the story goes on, as they're explaining it, and it's like, really, like, what, why, like, just why, you know?
yeah. Yeah, I totally, I get that. I get that because I've been in a place like that where I've had questions that I feel like were not being answered. So I'm like, why can't you just be upfront and tell me what's happening? So I get it. Andre, what about you? What will you say is one of your favorite parts of the stories so far? All right, I think he may be a little frozen. Um, what I will share, I'll come back to him. What I will share for me is one of my favorite parts of the story thus far is watching the family dynamics. I think that is so important to me to see how family members get along, to see how, the different connections, the different bonds that they have. And I think that's really, really huge for me to see because I am a family guy. I love my family. I love my siblings. I love my mom. I love my grandmothers. And I also appreciate those individuals that have become family members that I've gained since living here. I moved here with there's no blood relatives to my knowledge that live here in Pennsylvania. But, all of you have become my family. And I'm so, so, so grateful for that you have become nephews, nieces, brothers, and sisters, and my spiritual parents. I've gained such a family. So what I left in Florida has totally now become home here in Pennsylvania. I recently was having a conversation with someone about moving back to Florida. Not saying that I was going to do that because that's not happening. But I love it. I do, but that's not happening unless the Lord Jesus Himself come and tell me. But I really love living where I live at. But and one of the things that I love about going home is that when I'm having down moments or sad moments or any of that, I can always go back home. And my mom gives like the best hospitality of life. Like I love going home and knowing that she's going to cook the best ribs of life. She's going to cook whatever I want. She's going to be like, I got all of this for you. And it just makes me not think about, you know, all the other stuff that I have going on, and one of the things that I absolutely love about, being able to go home as well is that even if like those of my family and friends who have been to Florida with me and they get to go visit my family, like when I'm with them, even my dialect change, like it's like everything, like I revert back to the country guy that I revert back to, most people say things like, oh, you speak so well or whatever. They hear me talking all this stuff. But I promise you, there's only two times that you probably won't understand what I'm saying. Is that when I get really angry or when I'm home with my family. And I don't really get angry like that. But when I'm home with my family, you wouldn't, you'd be like, what did he just say? Wait, I didn't even know you can talk like that. But I love that aspect of being able to go home. And then that's what I want people to feel when they come to the show. Like, I feel like I'm at home. I see everybody and I see the characters and I can relate to them. And it feels like home. So I want, I see some of the comments. Lori saying country. Yes, it comes all out. It comes. Some of you guys are saying we are family. Yes, we are. We have one of our cast members on here who will be joining us soon for her live, Sabrina Harrington Space, who is now Sabrina Harts, who is a phenomenal actress who has been with me for a while. Then we have Sheila Ames said, we are family. Yes, Sheila will be on next week. You guys make sure you check her out. You don't want to miss her. She is in the play and she is phenomenal. Wait till you see her character. We have Lori and Nikki. Nikki says, oh my gosh, she said the show is going to be amazing. everybody on here, thank you guys so much. I think Andre is back. We're going to try to bring. I think he may be having some technical difficulties. Andre, give me a thumbs up if you are back and you can hear me clearly. Then, because we want to bring you back onto the live. But I want to talk to you, Erica. I'm going to go to you, and I have to just make this very transparent to everybody that's watching. I absolutely love Erica so much, and I love how she has really evolved into becoming such a great actress. Like she's a phenomenal actress, and I really, really love watching her on stage. Erica, I want to talk to you about home, not necessarily about the play home, but what does home mean to you? What does it feel like? What sense do you get when you think about the word home, all of that great stuff? What does home mean to you?
It means a place of solitude, peace, a lot of love, just a place where you can just let your hair down and just be who you are and not be judged.
Yeah, I love that. Isn't that like the best feeling?
It is.
What's one of your favorite? It can be when you were little to now. What's one of your favorite memories of being at home?
One of my favorite memories. It might seem a little weird, but
No, it's all good. This is a safe place. It ain't nothing weird happens here. This is safe.
on Friday nights, my whole family we used to go food shopping. And that was just the best time for me. That was the time we could get all the junk food we wanted. It would be gone by Monday, but we would get it on Friday. And after we go shopping, we'd go get pizza. So that was like one of my favorite times.
I love that.
Look forward to Fridays.
Yeah, because there's nothing like food. Food is like the common denominator with everybody. I don't care if if you didn't get along, or if it was that you weren't talking to each other, or any of that. Food is the thing that will bring everybody together. Like, I don't care, through the holidays, whenever somebody passes away, people bring you food. That food is the common denominator. So it just makes sense that was an enjoyable time for you. So I love that. Keith, what about you? When you think about home, or what home means, or the feelings of it, what does that mean to you?
Creating memories that you continue to rehearse over and over again, especially as you get older, and you kind of pass those memories down to your children and to your nieces and nephews. You look forward to being around your family, even the ones that you don't like. As to, what is she going to say? What is he going to say? But as I'm getting older, I'm definitely enjoying the memories that are created, and it's an uplift. It creates, a betterment about yourself, and you never know who is watching you. There's somebody in your family that they may not have sat down and told you that they appreciate you, that they love you. Thank you for doing the smallest thing that you might not have thought that was a big thing, but they tell you that was really huge, and it kind of makes you feel good.
I love that. Lee Anthony, what about you? Same question for you.
Memories of home. Well, the meaning of the word home to me is exactly like Frank said. It's creating the memories, and having those wholesome traditions that you grew up knowing and loving. And one of my memories was every single weekend. I don't care what season it was. I would have my cousins come over, spend the night. We'll stay up all night playing video games and just cutting up until we felt like going to sleep. And memories like that are like near and dear to me because I enjoy being around my family. I enjoy having good times with my family. And things like that is really a soft spot for me because it's always the best time just to be home and just to be comfortable and to be around family.
I love that. I love that. Andre, same question. Welcome back. Same question for you. I know that you were there waiting in the waiting for us. But same question for you. When you think about home, what does that really, really mean to you?
Security, um, positive energy, love, of course, love. Yeah. So,
Mhm. Yeah, I think that everybody can really relate to, and everybody's pretty much saying the same thing. And this is just what I know to be true, is that home honestly is really a feeling. You can have a roof over your head, and you can have a place where you lay down, and that can be your house, or that can be your apartment, or that can be where you stay. But what I absolutely know, that when I walk through my doors, and after a long day at work or dealing with whatever I may be dealing with, and I come in and I take a deep breath, and I can feel the peace and the love, that is the best feeling in the world. Because you come to a place to where you realize that home is definitely a feeling. It's something that you feel. There's memories that you are able to develop in your home. And then, one of the things, especially if you're married or if you have kids, I'm none of those things or have any of those things yet. But but even coming home, to just here, to where I'm at. And it's just so peaceful. And I absolutely love that, because it's one of those things to where everybody can't go to a house and feel peace and feel safe. Some people are going home to crazy stuff. And you would definitely see that in the play, that some people are in the midst of their homes. There's some crazy stuff happening. And so you kind of deal with those and try to learn from them, from everybody, and try to have a judgment-free zone. That's really, really what we've tried to develop through D. Wiggins Productions. And I think that's why people feel like, wow, this is family, or this is how family should feel. Because regardless of your background, regardless of your whatever, you come and you be a part of what we're doing. Now, I can't say regardless of your religion, because I'm a Christian and I believe in Jesus Christ. And I'm going to always declare and decree that. So if you're going to come around, you more than likely either going to leave or you're going to like take part in that. But regardless of anything that's not really, I don't know the right word, regardless of anything that's contrary to what we stand for, that's why a lot of people can come to D. Wiggins Productions and say, wow, this feels like home, or this feels like family, or I feel like I've been a part of you guys forever. So I'm so grateful for that. So as we continue to promote home, if you guys have not purchased your tickets, please feel free to go and do that as soon as possible. Tickets are available by going to dwigginsproductions.com. As soon as you type in dwigginsproductions.com, it's going to say, bam, tickets for sale. Then you can go and click on the link there. It'll take you right to the ticket website where you are able to go and purchase your tickets for the show. Also, if you're watching this, we are really trying to promote our YouTube channel, because I'm doing some different things that I'm working on. So I ask that you please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's A Human Being TV. Please go there, because we're going to have additional episodes. Also promoting our mental health. Are you okay? Look out for the next episode of that as well. So I'm really excited about that. Mental health and mental health wellness is very near and dear to my heart. So we're going to be definitely promoting that as well. We have two shows. On Saturday, April 30th, the 2 p.m. show is unfortunately sold out, but the 7 p.m. show still has some tickets available, and our Sunday show has tickets available as well. It's going to be at the Venice Island Performance Art and Rec Center, 7 Lock Street in Philadelphia, the Manayunk section of Philadelphia. I'm really excited about this. So I just want to give you guys a disclaimer for those who are coming to the show. The theater itself holds 250 people, but when we actually booked the ticket, they gave us these guidelines of how many people we could have in the theater. So we maxed out to 125, because we had to make sure that we followed the COVID guidelines. Well, if you are in the city of Philadelphia, you know that there's been a lot of restrictions that have been lifted. I fought back and forth thinking about, do I increase the numbers or do I keep the numbers where they are? And I am just going to keep the numbers where they are. I'm not going to, and like I said, the theater hosts 250 people, but I'm not even going to add any additional tickets, because I love the intimate crowd. People will be able to space out. I know there's still some individuals who still are maybe a little fearful or maybe a little bit cautious of COVID, I am individual. So I make sure that I still wear my mask and all of that great stuff to the best of my ability, and make sure that I'm socialing myself away, social distancing as much as possible. And I want to make sure that every patron that comes to the play has that same opportunity to do that, because it would really, really grieve my heart if anyone came and said, I got sick at D. Wiggins Productions home play. I don't want that. So I'm leaving you plenty of space to space out. If you sit next to somebody, that's because you want to do it. But there's plenty of space for you to space out. And that's near and dear important to my heart, that our patrons really, really come and support and have a great time. Also, we're going to be promoting that if you want to advertise in our Playgram, Playgram is a registered trademark. We own the title of that. So if you see it on anybody else, just like how Playbill owns Playbill, a lot of companies use Playbill, but it is actually a registered trademark that is used through Broadway performances. We own Playgram. So if you ever see it on somebody else's, that belongs to me. So if you want to advertise through our Playgram, you can do that. We do have information available for you to do that. You can actually go to our website to do that as well. And also, if you can't make the play, or if you want to do a donation, we are a nonprofit organization. And one of the things that we do, all funds that come in go straight back into the theater company. So if you would like to make a donation to D. Wiggins Productions, you can actually go through our website to do that. Or I am going to post something. I got to post it now because I'm putting it out there. Honestly, I've been fighting with this for like 2 or 3 months because I never wanted to seem like we were begging for anything. But the truth of the matter, there are tons of people who have already donated, who have reached out to say, hey, how can I donate? How can I give? You absolutely have ways to do that, and you can do that through our website. But I'll also share the link with you. And any amount is great. We're grateful for it. But thank you all who believe in the arts and who support the arts. Thank you for your generous gifts that you may sow into our company. All right. So before we leave, I'm going to have my guests have some final words. Anything that you want to share, feel free. And then we are going to close out of this live conversation. Next week, I am excited to have 4 additional individuals who will be joining me here on the live. And I was talking about one of my favorite parts of the play. And one of my favorite parts are the part where the 2 young girls talk about their fathers and not having fathers in their life, but they don't have fathers in their life for different reasons, but how they relate and connect. It's a very touching part. You guys are going to cry. They are both 13-year-old teenagers. They both have beautiful voices. So you're going to get an opportunity to hear them sing together. But I'm getting goosebumps talking about it now, but that's my favorite part. One of my favorite parts in the show, where these 2 little girls, or teenage girls, are coming and they're talking about not having their fathers in their life. And as I said, when you see that, there's 2 separate reasons why they don't have fathers, but they both can relate to each other about having that missing void in their life. And then you will see the backstory of how we got to this place of not having fathers in their lives. So we'll get to that story. So I'm really excited about that. So next week, I have joining me Gabby Jones, Sheila Ames, I have Nicole Yvette, and I have Janae Babbitt that's going to be joining me next week. Janae Bobbitt, who is going to be joining me next week. So I can't wait for you guys to meet them and talk with them. But before we leave, I'm going to have final thoughts. I want to start with Erica. Erica, any final thoughts? Anything that you want to say? Feel free to say it now.
I just want to say I'm super excited about the play. I can't wait. I can't wait for it to be performed. Please get your tickets. You will not be disappointed. Come out and see me, Melissa Cromwell West.
All right, Erica, thank you so much, Erica. Thank you. I think we lost Lee Anthony. So I'm just going to tell you, Lee Anthony is absolutely phenomenal in this story. He is so super great. He actually replaced the character. And honestly, we could not have had a better person come in at this particular time to do this, because he is phenomenal, and I love what he brings to the character. So I'm really happy about that. So Erica, thank you so much. I'm just hold tight, all right? But thank you so much. Okay. All right, Andre, I'm going to come to you. Final words.
Oh, hey, you will not be disappointed. That's number one. So everyone that has seen me before, you guys, I always do something that's positive. The directors always speak through me, so this is going to be an awesome experience, an awesome story. Thanks for selling out at 2 o'clock. That 2 o'clock show on April 30th. Or 7 o'clock. I'll see you at 7 o'clock. May 1st, I'll see you at 4 o'clock. That's a Sunday. So after y'all get out of church, y'all gonna come on down here on Venice Island Performing Arts and Recreation Center. Now that's at 7 Lock Street, Philadelphia, PA 19127. I'll see you there.
All
Blue.
right, Andre. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And Keith, your final words.
Well, the same sentiments as everybody. You're going to be on the edge of your seat. Make sure you not get there on time. Make sure you get there ahead of time, because you don't want to miss not one drop, not 1 second of this play. If you know anything about Dwayne, he does everything with excellence from beginning to end. Even before the play starts, there's definitely an experience. If you know anything about the actors and the actresses that are part of this production, you know that they come with excellence. And just bringing all of them together is just going to be a crescendo of anticipation. So the days are counting down. Dwayne, he always reminds us of how many days we have left. And it's kind of frightening, but it's exciting. So the excitement is building, and we cannot wait until April the 30th and May the 1st. Get your tickets. You don't want to be on the other side of us trying to explain to you exactly what happened, because it's like mailing you a haircut. It's not going to do you justice. So get there.
That's right. And Keith, just the FYI, Keith, thank you so much, Keith. But I just want to let you know, we have 32 days until the show.
Thank you very much, Dwayne. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome, Keith. Hold tight. Thank you so much. Lee Anthony, any final words?
Everybody just be prepared to see magic done before your very eyes. I mean, this play is going to really touch somebody mentally, emotionally, spiritually, however way you look at it. So be there April 30th, May 1st, 2 p.m., 7 p.m., and 4 p.m. on Sunday, May 1st, 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. on Saturday, April 30th. So hurry up and get y'all tickets, because you don't want to miss this. Venice Island Performing Arts Recreational Center, 7 Lock Street, Philadelphia, PA. Be there.
All right, Lee Anthony, hold tight. Thank you so much. Well, I want to say thank you so much to Lee Anthony, to Erica, to Andre, and to Keith for joining me tonight for a live conversation with Dwayne. Thank you to all that are watching, who have watched. Please make sure that you purchase your tickets. If you have not, you will not be disappointed, I promise. And if you are, we can talk about it. But I want you to really, really come out and just have a great time. I mean, it's going to be, we have a phenomenal cast, and I'm really, really grateful for this show. Honestly, there's been a lot of trials and tribulations with this show. In the history of D. Wiggins Productions, I've never had such a huge turnover with cast. I'm just being very transparent, because that's just all I know how to be. There was such a huge turnover with cast members, that so many cast members left for various reasons, which is okay. It's life, things happen. But there's been so many different obstacles with that. Even with writing and completing the script has been a challenge for me, but I'm really excited, because this cast has really, really motivated me. And I really feel, not knocking anyone that has left, but I really feel that the people that are here now are the people that are supposed to bring out this vision. And we have phenomenal singers. We have a slew of background singers that's going to come. And I promise you, at the end of this script, you are going to experience something that you have never experienced before. So bring your tissues, bring all of that stuff that's going to come. because you will be moved. I promise you. If you're not moved, it's because you don't want to be moved. But but you will be moved at the end of this play. It's going to blow your mind. So I definitely encourage you to come and get your tickets. Yeah, so I'm excited. Don't forget tonight that when you go into about 9 o'clock, I'm going to post something. Go to and check it out and see how you can win those free tickets to the show for the 2 o'clock show, VIP tickets. And I may throw in some other things in there with you as well. We do have some VIP tickets. I'll be giving out some free tickets tonight. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, or if you have anything that you need to talk to us about pertaining to the show, please feel free. You can reach me on all social media platforms. You can also go to the website, dwigginsproductions.com. You can reach us through there. You can reach us through email. There's various ways that you can reach us if you have questions about tickets, okay? Well, again, thank you all so much for joining us. I really, really do appreciate you. I appreciate the prayers. I appreciate the support. I'm really, really grateful for how you all continue to just really pour into my life. And I just want to say thank you again, all, and stay encouraged, be blessed, and have a great night. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.